All right, first trade of the day after the news as pre-market here on the MNQ futures micro contracts. Looking at a trend line break here. Got in. I was thinking about a short after it swept liquidity up here. It was interesting. You can see that liquidity sweep up here on the higher time charts, and it started to break down. So I was going to sweep that, and I'm glad I didn't. But still, you never know what the market's going to do. So it came up to this line and then it started to come back down. I was thinking about shorting that right here because it came back down, formed a consolidation, broke the trend line up, and then started pushing down. I said, "Oh man, I probably should have shorted that." But at the very minimum, I would have broke even on that candle right there because I like to trail and break even as fast as possible. But we had a trend line break. We're on the trend line. I know it's not the best because the trend line break, all the moving averages I mean, everything's above all the moving averages now. And it does look like it's consolidating a little bit here on the 10,000 tick chart, as well as the 5,000. I like that pattern. I always like that pattern, especially if it happens at the top of a range and on news and we get a breakout of a range. And if it holds up here, that's great. Now, if it fails and comes back down, I do think that this move potentially could be a sign that it's just going to come back down and to chop around. Do I think it's going to fall down and continue down and break down? I don't think it's going to do that, but I've said that before, and I've been fooled many times by the market, as you know. So here's what the day looks like on the daily chart here. Bouncing off that 50 EMA the last few days. Good news. Will it propel and penetrate and go up? And I don't honestly, I don't think so. I'm just playing this one little micro on the trend line break, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna switch into my intraday swing strategy and just kind of play the range. So I'll be adding to that position if it comes down. If it goes up, I'm just looking for a quick scalp profit to start my day, but I'm also have another idea to just trade the range. If it comes back down into this range, I'll be willing and ready to begin adding and scalping. So that is today. I'll let you know what happens. Okay. As soon as it popped up on the trend line break, we just took our profits. It's very easily could come back down to my entry price where I could get right back in it, And if it does, I'll have an order waiting for it right
Order
there.
submitted.
And we'll get back in this thing, because the same strategy is going to be at play for at least this whole morning. So let's see what happens. Alrighty, let's catch up to what we've been doing. I don't know where I left off, but we had trade 1, trade 2, trade 3 right here. Here's the third one for a profit off the bottom. Second one for a profit off the bottom. First one, trend line break, moving average strategy, worked good. Those three worked good. Now all I've done, and really, because I am fully persuaded in my thesis, I've been scalping right here. There's 2 scalps, quick scalps for 15 bucks, 15 bucks. And now I'm getting back in for another scalp, but it's dropping. And that's okay because that was my attitude on all these trades, even the first one. I have a plan about how I'm going to operate if I were to see it fall 100, 200 points, whatever the case may be. Except this time we're up, $150. So we have that cushion to help us if anything were to drop, which is nice. But we're looking for it to really just stay in this range. But if it continues down, we're looking to add at a certain fair value gap kind of thing. Let's see what the 5-minute chart offers up for there's a huge fair value gap on all the time charts. 15-minute, 5-minute. It's a big fair value gap, though. It's quite wide. Right here, you can see how big that thing is. So, what is 50% of this move? And, something in that area there, down here, I'd be willing to add to the position at least another 2 contracts. So I'll get long if it drops down into this, this discount area. I'm not going to get long up high yet. I've been scalping 1 and it's been working just fine. There's no reason for me to get too aggressive on this. And let's just keep taking a little, 10, 20, 15, 20, $30 out of the market and build this thing up. Look right here. There's a nice spike right there. I could have took that profit. I should have took that profit. I don't want to get greedy, but let's see if it goes up a little more here. Yeah, it was like 20 bucks. Here it comes down to my price again. I could have got right back in it. You see what I'm saying? Well, if I had taken that profit when I had a chance and entered back in, it still would not have stopped this giant move down where I added one down here. So recapping, I should have taken my profits right up here. I would have had a little bit more cushion, about 20 bucks or something. And then I'd still be in for this move down. I added down here, so I'm long 2. So that's where we're at so far. Okay, so we talked about this. The day chart has turned red. I'm keeping an eye on that. Flat doji days are great days for range trading. So no real scare yet. I hope that it doesn't come crashing down, break these pivots, and end with a catastrophic drop. That could be a red day for me, but as long as it stays, in a range like this, I think we'll be all right. We have consumed our profits for the day, so that's why it's good to have a cushion. So instead of being down hundreds of dollars, we're only down 65. That's nice. And we added on the way down. We're adding only 1, though. I'm not going to get too big too fast. I've learned that the hard way. And 3 is about as much as I could hold. The next time I add, I'll be doing some quick scalping to kind of mitigate the losses and kind of build into, a stabilized P&L. Right now, we hope that it bounces up, hopefully to break even right here, where I can get out of one of them. This is the break even, keeps lowering every time I add. And we'll be in a better position with 2 right now. I don't want it to go up, go down much more, because once I get past 3 micros, it gets a little tricky, and then it gets more anxious, anxiety starts rising and stuff. I can manage 3 so far, so we'll see what happens here. All right, we're getting a little bit of a bounce. It's a good sign. Hopefully, I'm trying to develop an understanding here what I should do, because if it comes back down, crashes, should I go ahead and get out of that one I added right here at break even? That is one option. And if I was holding, 6, 10 contracts, that is definitely what I would do, because you don't want to, the bigger the size you get, you don't want to hold it continually down. So right now, like again, it's still 3. And I could have taken the profits right up here, and I should have possibly done that. So there's a couple of ideas in my mind that I'm working on right here in terms of experience and, getting more excellent at this trading strategy. Going back and watching the videos is helping, because now I'm in the same situation that I've noticed before, and I'm thinking what would be a good thing to do right now. And so far, I'm thinking I probably could have taken those profits right there. Then I'd only be long 2, and if it comes back down, you re-add it. That's kind of where I need to be. I think that's the best thing. So for the video, take a look at that in my mind. Understand that it may not go all the way up to the actual break-even price for this position. Taking some profit on the bounce and then re-adding that same position is a good idea sometimes. So like right here, I need to just go ahead and get it.
Order
I'm
filled.
going to go ahead and get out of that. See, now I feel a lot less stressful. Now, if it goes back up to break even and I should have just held it, that's fine. But now I'm only holding 2. And if it comes all the way back down, I'm going to re-add that same one. So we took a little bit of a net loss on that. We're still up, though, for the day. Let's see we're up 110 bucks or so, $100. It could come crashing back down. And if it does, I'm in a much better situation now with only 2 in my pocket than 3. And I'm definitely looking forward to, now I'm okay with it coming down, I should say. Now I'm okay. I'm actually okay with it coming down, because if it does and even keeps going, instead of holding 3 beyond this pivot, I'm only holding 2, and I'm looking for a lower price to add back that one. So you keep making these these adjustments. They're beneficial. They're mitigating risk. They're taking your unrealized profit and your unrealized losses and reducing them. And it's just a smart way to scalp, in my opinion. So once this thing gets back up to this average price up here, we're going to be way above where we were when we started this journey down. Things are moving quick, I tell you. We had this nice spike up. I sold one here. I sold one here. I sold one on the big spike. We made our profit. Now we were up 150 when we started that journey. Now we're up almost $200. Well, we were up 185 or 180 or something like that, because then I got in with trade 7 here, because it just came right back down. Okay, and I bought two, and as soon as it popped up on that little pintail, I sold one for a small profit, and now I'm only holding one. Okay, the reason why I sold for a profit so quickly on this, I didn't mean to add two, so I wanted to get out while it was green. So I meant to buy one here, and we have one here, and that's where we're at right now. So trade 7 was buy one, sell one, or actually I should change that, buy two, and sell one quickly for a profit. So let's go ahead and do that real quick so we're not confused. So yeah, trade 7 was buy two, sell one, and now we're long one. That's where we're at so far. We're looking to do this all day long if it stays in this range. Okay, I am actually working on some photos and videos, and we got still plenty of time for the morning session, and I'm just putting my orders in blindly, not even looking at this thing. So what happened was here, I put my order up here to sell, I put my order down here to add another one, and it just went up and hit our target. And we're just continually adding profits. Now we're up to 240, thank God. And I'll keep doing this all day long. It's got to come back down below where I exited that trade, though. So I don't really want to buy an order up higher. So any drop down, I'll be willing to get back in it.